Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday, February 14th, 2023, and I decided it would be a good day to come on and give an update. I was accumulating quite a pile of stuff on my table, and so I thought I would come on and share that with you. It's been about a month since my last video. I think that was right before New Year's that I filmed. So it's been, just over a month, I think. So I have quite a bit of stitching to show you. Life updates, there's not much to share. I have been extremely busy at work. I feel like the month of January, I feel like I worked every weekend and there was just no break, but I feel like I'm finally catching up with things. So at least this weekend, I shut down at about 4. I shut down my computer at 4 o'clock on Friday. I put it in my bag to go to work on Monday and haven't touched it. And I need that back in my life. I need some work-life balance, and so that is what we're striving for. So this weekend I have just been catching up with some stuff around the house. Finally got my Christmas decorations put away. I did get them taken down, but the totes and stuff have all just been like sitting on my stairs. So yesterday I spent some time. I have a really big storage closet underneath my stairs where all that goes, so I cleaned out that whole closet and put everything away and organized, and that made me feel a lot better just to get that stuff out of the way. So still some work to do around here, but I've also been getting some stitching in this weekend, which is always wonderful, and I plan on doing that for the rest of the day. I do need to run to the store because Tuesday is Valentine's Day, and I am going into the office tomorrow, and I've decided that I want to make a strawberry crunch cake to take into work tomorrow, mainly because I'm craving it, and I think that my coworkers will enjoy it. I went to the store earlier. I was gonna pick stuff up, but it was a madhouse. Like, there weren't any parking spots, and I decided that is too people-y for me. So I will go back this evening. If you're in the US, and I don't know, probably other places around the world, you might know that today is Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not a sports person, and so I don't plan on watching the Super Bowl, but it'll be a good time to go to the grocery store. So those are my plans, but you're here for the stitching. Let's see, since my last video, I showed you that I had been working on some kind of other crafts, knitting some blankets. I learned how to do the chunky blanket knitting. I finished the blanket that I had half done. I went over to a friend's house last week and we had kind of a craft night because she wanted to learn how to do it. And so I had a couple friends complete a blanket. I finished that one and it was just a good time. And I have more yarn to do more blankets because you can never have too many blankets. I also, last month, I took a beginner crochet class, which was fun. I've always wanted to learn how to crochet, and so it was good to go in and have somebody teach me the basics. I haven't picked it up since, so I don't know if I can go back to it and try it again, but that is my plan in the near future, to pick that back up and try to make something out of it. So we'll see how that goes. But as for stitching, I've actually managed to finish quite a few things in the last month. I've had 8 finishes since my last video. One sec. Sorry. Thought I saw somebody pulling in, but it was the neighbors. I've had 8 finishes since my last video. They're all smalls, but a finish is a finish, and it made me feel like January was productive even though I was super busy at work. So I'm gonna start with Whipco. Here is my Whipco board. I know you can't read that, but my Whipco calls for January were to work on one of the Bird Crush kits that well, it's not a kit, but it was the Bird Crush Club from Lindy Stitches. That it was the club she had last year, where every month you would get a different bird pattern with a Threadworks floss and some stickers and some other things. It was a really fun club. The patterns are all really cute and I want to stitch all of them. But up until January, I had only managed to complete one. So for my Whipco call, I pulled out, hold on, I had a board. I pulled out the February bird, which was the black-bellied whistling ducks. And I finished that. So I stitched this on a 32 count. I think it's a color in cotton, but I don't know the name of it. Did that focus? I used one Threadworks primitive floss and the rest is DMC. And this is a little frame from, I want to stay Stitch Modern. I'll double check that and put it below. But it's just a hoop. It's a 6-inch hoop that you just put in this frame and you have a finish. It's a really quick and easy way to finish things, and I like how these are looking. So that's 2 Bird Crush done. I have the next one kitted up. It was not called in my Whipco, but I'm just going to keep it kitted up for when I feel like working on it, and it is the broad-billed hummingbird. So there's there's her inspiration for this pattern. It comes with a thread work, focusing, and I'm going to be stitching it on the called for fabric, which is a 32 count Water Spirit from Seraphim. I don't know that that's real true to color. It's a little more green and blue than I think might be showing up. It looks kind of brown on camera. But that, I have all the DMC. It is kitted up and ready to go whenever I get around to working on it. So my second Whipco was to do a ornament. Oh, I didn't pull the pattern, but it is from Heartstring Samplery. It's called Jingle All the Way. It was her bauble in the, if you attended the Jingle Ball last year, they sold, all the designers contributed a ornament pattern and they put that in a book. And here is my finish. So I stitched this on a 28 count. It's a Weeks Dye Works gingham fabric with the called for thread. And then I got a pack of Jingle Bells off of Amazon and just sewed those around the edge. The back just has a red gingham on it and I love it. So I finished this in time that my tree was still up, so I did have it on my tree for a little bit. And now it will go in with the rest of my ornaments for next year. And I really like finishing some ornaments and having some ornaments on my tree. So Whipco for February, the numbers were called, and what I am going to work on is, this is from Hands On Design, the Costume Party. This was her sal that she held last summer that I was just too busy and couldn't finish. So I put it on my Whipco board, and this is where I am. So when I picked this up, I had this darker purple bottle outlined and most of this middle, I don't know, what do you call that? Canister. So I put a few stitches on this. I put the pumpkin in and kind of filled in some of the orange. And hopefully I will get a little more progress on this. My hopes were that it's small enough that I could finish it in the month of February, but we'll just kind of see how that goes. I think if I pick it up and really focus on it, I can probably make some really good progress, and it's not very big. The pattern is available through the Hands-On Design website if you are interested in that. And my second WIPCO call was to work on Lizzie Kate's Halloween rolls. So I have not touched this yet this month, but I am on the third one down. Oh, it's right here, which is Visit a Haunted House. And whoa, dropping things. Here is my progress on my starting point, really. So I finished the top and the first 2 blocks. So we're on the third one. Stitching this with all the called for TMC. I believe this is a 32 count mocha linen. So my plans, my WIPCO goals are 3 days, including a Sunday. Hold on a sec, let me pick up what I dropped. Maybe. Okay. So WIPCO goals are 3 days, plus, including a Sunday, since Sundays tend to be my best stitching day. And so I'll figure out, maybe next weekend will be Halloween rolls weekend, because I started something else yesterday, and that's probably what I'm going to work on for the rest of the day. So I'll show you that when we get to WIPs. These things I just dropped on the floor. I told you in my last video that during the Jingle Ball, I took the pin making class from Heartstring Samplery. Well, I made some more pins. Let's see if I can get these to show. Do you see this? So those little silver guys on either side are little frogs. So I found these on Etsy. It's not gonna focus, but it's basically a little frog top and bottom, and then you can get, I've got some green beads to go in between. So I've made quite a few of these, and I plan on making more. If you are attending StitchCon Weekend B, those might be my little things that I give away to people. So we'll see how many I can get done between now and StitchCon. I bought quite a few of those frogs because I think they're adorable. So, and everybody should have one. Other finishes. I picked up a little kit from the Canadian Stitchery. This is the Ugly Sweater Festive Dinosaur. Sorry for the glare. But it's adorable. It was a full kit. So here's my finish of that. So it's a full kit that comes with plenty of floss. So here's the floss. You get the wood blank. It even includes a needle, the little hanger, and then the back, it comes with a pre-cut sticky felt. So when you finish, you just stick that piece of felt on there and you are done. So it's adorable. I absolutely love it so much that I went back and ordered some more kits. So I ordered just a blank sweater because my sister loved the dinosaur, and I decided that I would make her one. There is plenty of floss left, so I just ordered another blank. I believe, yeah, see, the blank comes with the felt and the little hanger, so all you have to do is stitch it up. I also picked up, I don't know what's on this, but whatever, the moose. And so I started this one, and here's where we are with him. So for this one, I decided that the wood blank, I wanted to stain it. And I found, when I was at Joann's, they have these little wood stain. So this one's a dark walnut is what I used, but it's, instead of having to do like a whole, it's got a little, it's trying to focus on my face. Hold on. It has a little sponge tip, so you can just apply it with this, so it's no mess and really easy. So I didn't know this existed, so I'm sharing it with you in case you didn't know either. But here's the floss for the moose. And I picked up a few more kits because what I found out is they don't charge shipping, even though it's coming from Canada. It might be that I ordered a certain amount, you know, probably like $35 or whatever. But I got the hippo, the silly goose, and the beaver. Or sorry, sipping squirrel. So I love these, and you know, since they're complete kits, I'm not showing patterns. They are perfect travel projects. So I put the dinosaur in my purse when I got it, and it was a perfect kind of on the go. If I'm stuck somewhere and just need something quick to do with my hands instead of scrolling on my phone, I can pull that out, and it's fabulous. So that's my intention with those, is that they're going to be just my little travel projects to pull out when I need something to do. I also, because I enjoyed them so much, I went looking for other kits, and I found this Dimensions ornament kit, which I also think is adorable. And it is also complete kit. So floss, needle, and the little wood blanks. So those are fun, great little travel projects. And I'm calling my dinosaur another finish. What other finishes did I have? In my last video, I showed you that I was stitching my word of the year, which was unsubscribe. And you can go back to my last video if you're interested, but I'll put a picture in. I did finish that, but it is hanging on my bulletin board at work. So, and there was no doubt I was going to finish it. I had a letter to stitch. My monthly projects for this year is, well, hello there from Hands On Design. In my last video, I showed you that I had completed January and February. I finished March. It's not an FFO yet, but I finished the stitching and I've already attached the buttons. So I just need to press this and make it into a little pillow. And then last week, I also finished April. So once you get going on these, they stitch up pretty quick. I love the little turtle button. I think he's adorable. But those are done, so at some point I will sit and make them into little pillows for my doll bowl. And I started May, but I only got a couple stitches in on that. So May is going to be that one with the flowers. So I'm pretty far ahead on these, which is great. So I just need to get them FFO'd, and that'll be that on those. So March, I really wasn't sure I was going to get it done. And I think it's because these letters were just so heavy. They felt like they were taking a long time and I didn't love them. So I really almost gave up on this, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I kind of kept going because, yeah, I just wanted to get it done. So I'm glad I didn't give up and I kept going. My next finish I don't actually have, so I'll have to insert a picture. So last summer, a really good friend of mine, her parents moved to town. They lived in Florida and they just decided they were over the hurricanes. And so, sorry, little dog's bumping the camera. But they decided they were done with the hurricanes, so they moved to Georgia. And her mom used to be a stitcher. So she doesn't stitch anymore because she told me that her eyes are kind of bad and she can't see it. And so she just doesn't do it anymore, which is really sad and unfortunate. But she has a lot of stash and she is gifting me some of that stash. She said either I should take it and enjoy it or give it away. And so at some point, the patterns that I don't want, I will probably be giving away on this channel. I don't have any to give away today, but I have some to show you because I've started to kind of go through what she gave me. But one of the projects she gave me was from You and I and Friends for the bees. And she had this already started. So she had stitched all the top down to the top of the bee skep. And so I finished it. So she gave me, I think it was on a piece of 32 count fabric. All the called for DMC. I think I was missing one of the DMCs, so I just pulled that out of my stash. But when she gave me this one, she said that I needed to finish it and give it to Florence. So Florence is another one of our good friends who she's got some hives in her backyard and she raises bees and she's my bee friend. And I was like, okay, great, I can do that. Well, of course, I sat on it for a while. And then it was Florence's birthday and we were going to get together. And I was like, I need to finish this. So I pulled it out. It only took me a couple days to get it done. I FFO'd it as a hanger. I'll insert a picture. I couldn't find anything to hang it on, so I went in my backyard and just picked up a couple sticks. And I love how it turned out, and Florence loved it. So that was really nice. I probably will if anyone's interested. If anybody wants this. So this is a used pattern. It's she definitely used it. Like she marked on it and it's wrinkled. But if anybody wants to stitch the bees, just comment below. I'd like to stitch the bees and I will pass that along because I don't think I will stitch it again. Please be a subscriber and like this video. And my final finish is almost complete FFO. This is from Stitching with the Housewives, Be My Valentine. So I was finishing it as just a flat fold. And I decided to put just a pink rickrack around it. And when I was putting the rickrack on, I burnt myself pretty good with my hot glue gun. So I haven't completely finished this, but it's pretty much done. I just need to glue a couple things down and probably add something to make it stand up a little better. But I like having that done, and those are all my finishes. Okay, whips. I do have some whips as well. Oops. If I don't knock them all down, which I did. Hold on. Sorry. This video video feels like a bit like a mess, and that's okay. My first whip is, I decided, I think I showed this in my last video maybe. This was from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. The pattern is from Stitcherovia, but it was in a kit from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It's one of her club kits. I have canceled, I think I'm getting one more of these, but I've canceled my subscription. But I loved this pattern. So it came with all the called for DMC and a 14 count Aida. I did swap the fabric out for 40 count white Verdal. And this is where I am. So when I picked this up the other day, I had everything, I stitched bright is what I've stitched in the last week or so. So there's not much left on here. There's basically, you know, the rest of the light, the wiggly lines, and then I need to put the light bulbs on. But that'll be finished and soon, I hope, and I think I know how I want to FFO that. So, and then I've worked a little bit on my journey project. So I told you in my last video that I want to, I'm trying real hard to be more involved with the Georgia Sampler Guild. Unfortunately, I missed the January meeting because I was just swamped with work, but hopefully I'll get there in February. And I did sign up to participate in the journey, which you basically commit to either finishing or some kind of progress on one of your whips, or it could be a new start. It could be whatever you want, but it's a journey for the year. And mine is to complete the Blackbird Design Seasons. I started this in May of 2020, and this is my current progress. So since my last video, I don't know what I've stitched. I think I've done the stem, started the bird. I think maybe I've started to come down over here, but this is where I am right now. My hope was that I could get summer finished by the end of February, and I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. We'll see, I guess. But I did, so I'm stitching that on 32 count parchment from Weeks Dye Works with a mix of some of the called for threads and some conversion. I bought that from Hobby House, and they did a thread conversion for me. This was back in 2020, you know, when threads were hard to find. This is part of my haul. I bought this from Maddie and Me. It is one of your, I don't know, project books. So all my threads are on the inside. There's it's kind of a mess, but there's the thread bed. And then in the back is my color conversion. It's not gonna focus, but if you really want it, I'll give it to you. But I think probably the called for is probably what you should do on that project, because I'm not sure about this conversion. I decided to go with it because I've already purchased it as a conversion, but I'm kind of thinking that at least on, like, my bird is a lot darker than the picture. I'm gonna keep it that way for now, but may reserve the right to change my mind in the future. Then I signed up for a couple of exchanges this year, and I don't have a cover page for this one, but this is from Stacy Nash. Cannot talk. Hold on, let me get a drink. Stacy Nash Primitives. This is the Squirrel Pin Keep. I don't know. I just was in the mood to stitch a squirrel. And I loved this pattern. So this is where I am. So the squirrel is, I converted it to a color and cotton. It was a limited edition color and cotton thread. And then I'm just kind of, this is gonna be a stem with some flowers on it. And I haven't decided which color I'm gonna do the flowers yet. But I don't want it to necessarily be a fall piece. But I mean, it is acorns and a squirrel, so it's kind of fall-y, but I want it to be any time of year you can put it out. So I'm gonna try to pick some colors that would maybe go with anything. Does that make sense? We'll see how it turns out. And then I signed up. It is the Smalls exchange group with Stacy Stitches. I have no idea if that's correct. It's a Facebook group. I know Stacy, she's also on Instagram and she has a Flosstube, so I will try to link those below. But she has a group where she hosts an exchange I think she's doing one a quarter. So right now it's the spring exchange, which I think it's too late for you to sign up for, but if you're interested, I think there's a summer, a fall, and a Christmas or something like that. But for the spring, so your piece is supposed to be no bigger than 6 by 6. It's not a blind swap, so I know the person I'm stitching for knows I'm stitching for her, and I know who's stitching for me, and on and on. But I decided to stitch Hands-on Design, Let's Talk Spring. I'm doing the little pillow version. I don't have the fabric or probably the time to finish it like that, but I'll make it into probably a little pillow. And if I have time, I will also kind of want to do the little spring. But I started this yesterday. No, Friday night. I started this Friday night. Today's Sunday. This is my progress. So I finished spring. I'm working on Has Sprung. And then there's just like some more words and a few little motifs down below. So I really don't think this will take long. I wouldn't be surprised if I was done with it by the end of the week if I keep working on it. The white I'm using, so the pattern calls for 3865 is the white that the pattern calls for. I didn't like how that was stitching up. This is a 28 count, just black. I think it's a black Lugana. I didn't like how my stitches were looking. So I pulled out, this is DMC Flosh 5200. I hadn't stitched with DMC Flosh floss before, but I picked this up last year and I decided to pull it out, and you stitch with one strand of floss. It's a little thicker. You get a little more coverage than you would like a sulky, but it's probably pretty close to one thread of this is probably pretty close to 2 threads of DMC. And I really like how my white stitches are laid using this Flosh. I mean, there's a couple that aren't great, but for the most part, I think my white stitches look pretty good. So, and you don't have to worry about like railroading your stitches and things. So I'm gonna get some more of this and I would recommend it. So I don't know, I don't think with the white, if I tried to show it to you on camera, that you'd even see it, but I'm digging the DMC Flosh and I recommend it if you don't like your white stitches. So let's see, I've got one more whip that's really small. So I think it was New Year's or right after, I was watching Brenda the Handwork Maniac's Whip Parade, which she has some beautiful whips. But one of them that she showed, I don't think it was this exact pattern, but it was from this designer. I'm not even going to try to read that. I think she might be doing the color of water. This is the color of air. It's beautiful. I saw Brenda's and I immediately went and ordered this pattern. So I'm stitching it on a 46 count. This is from Cedar River Linen, Albarium, and this is all I have done, so I really haven't stitched much. But it's gonna be really pretty, and I picked up the Swallow silks for it. I'm leaving them in the bag, so you'll just have to deal with the glare. But it's just blues and like a cream, and I think it's gonna be beautiful, and I want to get back and do some more stitches on it. So there's a card in here. What is this? Oh, there's thread drops in here. Okay. Okay. So Jenny stitched simply. Focus. I don't know. It's just a thread drop, but I purchased this bag from her. So I saw it on Instagram, I think, and I ran over to her Etsy shop and I ordered this bag. Isn't it pretty? So it's got the top zip enclosure. She's got a little tag here for your, oh, it's not showing up. A little tag for your project information. And then I added, so this rose didn't come from her. This is, I picked it up from Heartstring Samplery during the Jingle Ball. It's a little rose made out of a zipper. And I love this little bag. So I went into a project bag, a little bit of a project bag buying spree, which happens sometimes. So I got the thread bed from Maddie and Me. I got this from Jenny Stitching Simply. And then I purchased this. Does she have a tag on it? Starry Owl Stitchery. Because I thought it was beautiful. I had another red heart from Heartstring Samplery. And then this is just a heart. But really cute. I love this bag. Well then, somehow I ended up on Love You More Studios page. And I was looking at her bags. And had to have the dinosaur one. So I am obsessed with dinosaurs. So I ordered this bag and the matching accessory bag. Because you can never have too many dinosaurs. And I love this fabric. So I don't have anything in here yet. But something will go in there soon, I'm sure. Okay, so that's all my whips and some of my haul. I have more haul to show. Or somebody, a Flosstube I was watching a couple weeks ago, instead of calling it haul, called it stash enhancements. And I like that so much better. But let's see what I got. So I am still part of the Circle of Friends club from the Silver Needle, and this is this quarters from Heartstring Samplery. It's a bee biscuit, which Sweet Melissa Biscornu is what she's called it. And so it's a kit, obviously, maybe because it's a club. The only thing I don't like is they sent out I forget what this fabric is, but it's not the called for fabric. And I think I would rather have the called for. So it calls for 36 count Fox and Rabbit Mayflower. And I think this is just a 32 count white. But, so I might find a different fabric to stitch this on. But, get the threads. There's some thread keeps in here from Thread Milk. I'm not going to pull them out of the package, but they're really cute. And then for the Biscornu, included are two, if you know anything about heartstring samplery, I think it's Beth's husband or Beth that has a laser, and they do a lot of laser cut things. And they made some little buttons with little bees on them. They're really cute. So, and I love this and want it on my stitch rotation sometime soon. Okay, other haul. I ordered just a few patterns. Heart in Hand, her 2023 collector's heart. This of course comes with the fabric and a cottage garden thread. I also ordered her winter white whirligig. I ordered the Little House Needleworks Lovable Petites, which I was hoping to get done for Valentine's Day, but that's clearly not going to happen this year. And then another hands-on design. This is an exclusive for Welcome Stitchery, so you can either go to Welcome Stitchery if you're lucky enough to be in Minnesota, or you can order from their website. This is from Hands-on Design. Welcome. I just thought it was really sweet. And I ordered the Hands-on Design Mad for Plaid, one of her newer releases. So this is charted in Cosmo thread, and so I went on. I like some Cosmo thread. I went on and ordered the thread pack for that. So I got mine from Stitch Modern. Is where I ordered my thread pack for it. I'll probably, I don't know what it's charted for, probably a 32 count black. And I also went to Chantel 141 and ordered the finishing board. So this is that black board that it's finished on, the model's finished on. So I went and got that. And want those to go in my pattern rotation sometime soon. Okay, and then I showed you the piece of Cedar River linen. Here's her little tag, if it'll focus. I of course jumped on the boat and got some of this, which I feel like every Flosstube I've watched has this. This is 40 count overcast. I got a 40 count tephra. And a 36 count red cedar. Beautiful linens. I just did a couple stitches on the Color of Air on it, but so far seems like really good linen. And I'm sure that I will go on and order some more at some point. Not that I need it. my linen stash is pretty healthy. I am in one Fabric of the Month club this year. It's from the Farmer's Attic. And it is a combination of Atomic Ranch, and there's one other dyer, which I can't remember what it is. But I'm doing 46 count. So this is 46 count freeze from Atomic Ranch. I don't want to take it out of the package, so hopefully you can see that good enough. But, and they sent along a little line finder with it. And I assume just because that's the first Fabric of the Month that they just shipped out. My next one should be coming relatively soon. I've already paid for it, so it should be coming. My other haul, my last bit of haul, was I ordered a Christmas stitch book. I got this from Hersher's. I think Craft Away, maybe, is who puts these out every year. There are some really cute patterns in here. I'm gonna just flip through really quick and show you a couple of my favorites. I should have marked them. This one, it's a modern folk embroidery, the teal. So good. I love modern folk embroidery. And then let me just see if I can find a couple more. I think this is on a bigger page. Hold on 1 second, please. Where are you gonna go? You're watching this. These ones, the green ones. You love that. And the little bird. But there's some good ones in here. This book, it's got a lot of patterns in here. I don't know how many. I'd venture to say there's probably close to 20 patterns in here. It was $5. I ordered 2. So, this is a giveaway for today. If you would like to own a copy of the Across Stitch Christmas, this, I believe it's the 2022. Is there a date in it? Yeah, it is from Craftways. This is 2019, so it might be a couple years old. But if you would like a copy, just say that you would like a copy of the book. Book is the word that I'm going to search for when I do the giveaway. I'm going to, I'll have the giveaway open until February 28th. So today is the 12th, so you have a couple weeks to make a comment. Please be a subscriber and like this video. Say the word book, and I will draw a winner. I was going to say just US residents, but I don't think that's necessarily fair. So I'm open to anybody. If you'd like to stitch the book, just say that you want a copy of the book, and if you really want to, you could give me some book suggestions as well, because I am on the hunt for a new book. I prefer audiobooks, so even better if you have an audiobook to suggest for me. I listen to pretty much everything. I really like thriller type books, but I'm open to anything. So if you've got some good suggestions, throw them in the comments. Okay, now for my stash enhancements from Helen. This is a lot. It's this whole little tub full of stuff that I have over here. So We're at 50 minutes already. This might be a little bit of a longer video, but let's go through them. So first up was this Dimensions. It looks like it was a Dimensions kit. At first glance, I was like, it's not really something I'm probably ever going to stitch. And then I went to look at it. She got this thing almost done. She's done a lot of stitching on it already, so I'd like to finish it for her. I don't think she wants it back because I did offer that. I was like, if there's something you really like, I can stitch it up for you. I don't think she wants that, but she's got this so much done that I think that needs to go in. I need to finish it sometime soon. These are a couple patterns from, so a couple of these are out of prints. Otherwise I don't know this. I know they're out of print, but there's a few I'm not sure of. Like these ones I'm not sure of. This is from the Sunflower Seed, Sleigh Bells Ring. Focus. And she does have some linen in here. To me, it looks like a 14 count. And then this is also from the Sunflower Seed. Do you see what I see? Focus. Really cute. Also some linen in here. Looks like maybe a 32 count. It almost looks like a picture of this plus. I don't know. I'm very interested to go through the fabric that she gave me. I just haven't had a chance to yet. There's also some photocopies in here. So I'm going to have to kind of be a little careful with those. But because apparently she had a group of stitching friends and they would go by patterns and copy them for each other, which I know is a little PC, but this is from Carriage House. This is the Comfort Lighthouse. In this bag is a Prairie Moon. This is the Prairie Moon chickens. So she's got a piece of 32 count amber in here. The threaded needle in Columbus, Georgia. Is that still around? I don't think so. And then these rusted stars to go on it. Pull some of these out. Country Spirit or Homespun Elegance delivering Easter. It's a Bent Creek, the Spooky Row. Homespun Elegance Country delivering Autumn. It's cute. There's the patterns. I'm not gonna show you. Glory Be Pumpkin Man. Memes Quilts. Never heard of this one. Land That I Love. Here's a Heart and Hand Star Sampler. It's cute. They might be photocopied, so I'm not even going to show them. This one, so this was in the bag that she gave me. And I'm like, what is this? Just a strap for something? But she had started stitching on it. Let's see if you can see that. And so I was like, I don't know what that is. Well, I found out. It's from the Crosswing collection. Okay, there's a bunch of photocopies in here. It's a strap for your binoculars. Oh, I love it. So I have some binoculars that were my dad's that I've had, you know, forever. And I cannot wait to stitch something on this and attach it. So adorable. Homespun Elegance winter patches. So this is a little pillow, and the pillow form is in here. And then there was another pillow form, which I'm not sure what pattern goes with this, but there was another pillow form in the bag. There were a couple things that she had stitched and finished that she just didn't want, and she's like, you can either have them or donate them or whatever. There's this one, Hip Hip Hurrah. It's just kind of cute. I just didn't want to see it go to Goodwill. So I had to figure out what to do with it. And then it's just cute. I don't know, it's definitely stitched. It's a cute little sampler. There's more. Hold on. Pull these all out of here. There is from the Sweet Orange. Eventide design. I don't know. This is probably one that will end up on the giving it away sometime. From Cedar Hill Christmas Rose Sampler. So this one, she's got fabric and all the threads in here. There is from Past and Present. This is the Thistler Sampler. Sorry, the Thistle Sampler. And this one's a kit too, so it's got the threads and some fabric in there. There is a Jean Farish commemorative sampler. There is Past and Present. This is the Bronze Knot. So this is a good St. Patrick's Day one, huh? That pretty bronze floss in there. There is some pieces of fabric that I don't know what they are. One More Stitch Boo. It's a cute little small pattern. Little dog's rocking the camera again, sorry. Trail Creek Farm Fat Pat. And then there's this Twisted Thread Itty Bitty Irish, which she started, and this is where it's at. There's how tiny those little stitches are. Hopefully it's focusing. But it's on a .32 count linen, and she's got the floss in here. I thought there was a little charm in here, but I guess I'm wrong. Oh yeah, it's got the frame and the little tiny charm. I don't think it's gonna focus on that, but there's a little tiny charm there. So cute. This, I won't show it because it's literally just the pattern, but it says Pennsylvania. It's the Charmed Mini Block Pennsylvania. I don't know, this will have to be given away because I'm not probably, except the charms in here are really cute. So there's all these little like Pennsylvania charms. There's a little mushroom in here. There's a little Hershey. I don't know if you see that. There's a little Hershey kiss. I don't know if it'll focus. Not on my face. Where's my board? You need to see the little Hershey kiss. I could pull it out of the package. It's really cute, trust me. I'm getting loopy. Here's a Lizzie Kate. This is Treat Time. And JBW Design Autumn Trio. That's really cute. Little stack of pumpkins. Here's another You and I and Friends. This is Winter Friends. Another piece of linen. This is 18 count natural. There's some rough linen. Here's a Little House Needle How Works. The 2 red houses. Oh, that's what that linen's for. This linen is for the 2 red houses. Okay. And then there's another Lizzie Kate. This is the Cat Lovers 2. And she's got what I assume will be all the DMC in here. And then finally, there's a Birds of a Feather. This is the Schoolgirl Wish Sampler. So cute. She's got what I assume to be all the DMC in here. Sometimes I get really lucky with things like that. So I'll be excited if she ends up giving me more. I will share that with you. And if I decide that some of these I'm not going to keep, I will offer them up to my lovely viewers. I do appreciate all of you returning to watch, and if you're new, welcome. And I don't know how people find my videos sometimes because I think they kind of get lost in that pile of floss tubes, because I know there are hundreds of floss tubers out there that you can watch, and mine aren't always the best, and I'm pretty inconsistent with filming, but I do appreciate all of you that come back and spend some time with me, and I hope you enjoy seeing some of my progress. I like documenting some of my progress, even though I'm not very consistent. Again, if you'd like to win some of the giveaways, be a subscriber and comment below. And I'll be back when I come back. I have been really thinking, because I'm trying to do some cleaning and organizing, that it is time for me to do a whip parade. I've never done a whip parade. So I think that might be coming in the next few weeks. So stay tuned, I guess. I guess be a subscriber if you have interest in that. Because whether or not it gets done is still up in the air. Well, I guess we'll find out when I get to work tomorrow morning how things explode at work. But until next time, everybody be well. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.